There are people getting paid every single month without going to work. Not influencers, not lottery winners, not people who inherited money or got lucky with crypto. Ordinary people, normal salaries, normal lives, getting paid regularly for something they did once and then left alone. And the mechanism behind it is one of the oldest wealth-building tools in existence. Most people have never been taught how it works. That changes today. Let's talk about how most people make money. Because the setup is important, you go to work, you trade your time for a salary. The salary arrives, you spend it. You go back to work, repeat for 40 years. And here's the thing nobody says out loud. The moment you stop working, the money stops too. Your income is entirely dependent on you showing up every single day. If you get sick, the money stops. If you lose your job, the money stops. If you just want a break, the money stops. That's not financial security. That's a treadmill, a comfortable one maybe. But a treadmill, the people building real wealth aren't just working for money. They're building things that pay them whether they work or not. Multiple streams of income that run in the background while they sleep, go on holiday, or just live their lives. Dividends are one of those streams, and they're more accessible than most people think. So what is a dividend? Let's make this as simple as possible. When you invest in a company, buy shares in it, you become a part owner of that business, a tiny part, but a part nonetheless. And when that company makes a profit, which is the whole point of a company, it has a decision to make. It can reinvest that profit back into the business, or it can share some of it with its owners. When it shares that profit with its owners, that payment is called a dividend. Think of it like owning a vending machine. You buy the vending machine, you put it in a busy location, people buy snacks. The machine generates income, and every month a portion of that income lands in your account, whether you standing next to the machine or not. Shares in a dividend-paying company work the same way. You buy a piece of the business generates profit. The business pays you a portion of that profit, regularly, automatically, without you doing anything. That's it. That's dividends. You own a piece of something that makes money, and it pays you for owning it. Here's how it works in practice. Companies that pay dividends, and there are thousands of them, typically pay out either quarterly or annually. Some pay monthly. Big, well-established companies like those in the FTSE 100, the 100, largest companies listed on the London Stock Exchange, are often dividend payers. Banks, utilities, consumer goods companies, businesses that have been generating reliable profit for decades. You own shares in those companies. They make profit. They declare a dividend, let's say 4% of the share value annually, and that 4% gets paid directly into your investment account. No application, no requests, no extra work. It just arrives. Now, 4% doesn't sound dramatic, but here's where it gets interesting. That dividend can be reinvested, used to buy more shares, which generates more dividends, which buys more shares, which generates more dividends. Sound familiar? That's compounding again. The same mechanism we talk about constantly on this channel, except this time it's not just your money growing, it's your income growing. Building an ever larger stream that pays you more and more over time without you adding anything extra. At this point, a lot of people's instinct is to look for the catch. Getting paid to do nothing sounds like the kind of thing that ends with someone asking for your bank details. So let's be clear about what this is and isn't. This isn't passive income Instagram nonsense. Let's make this concrete with some real numbers. Say you invest £5,000 into a dividend-paying fund with an average yield of 4% per year. In year one, that generates £200 in dividends. Not life-changing. Pays for a couple of nice dinners. But you reinvest those dividends. Now you have £5,200 invested. Next year, £208 in dividends. Reinvest again. The year after, a little more. And so on. Right, the catch. Because there is one, and this channel doesn't do hype without honesty. Dividends are not instant. Building meaningful dividend income takes time and consistent investment. The £200 a year from your first £5,000 isn't going to replace your salary anytime soon. Companies can also cut or cancel dividends. If a business has a bad year or a bad few years, the dividend can be reduced or stopped entirely. It happens. Which is why diversification matters. Spreading your investment across many companies rather than betting everything on one. And like all investing, the value of your shares can go down as well as up. You could receive great dividends while the underlying value of your investment drops temporarily. This is normal. It's also why dividends work best as a long-term strategy rather than a short-term fix. None of this makes dividends bad. It makes them real. And real is what we deal in here. So if dividends are legitimate, accessible, and genuinely powerful, why aren't more people using them? 3 reasons. The first is knowledge. Most people were never taught this exists. School covers algebra. It doesn't cover how to build an income stream from company profits, so people simply don't know. The second is fear. Investing feels complicated and risky to people who haven't done it. The stock market feels like gambling. The terminology feels intimidating. So they leave their money in a savings account earning next to nothing and tell themselves they'll figure it out later. Later rarely comes. And the third, and this one is the most important, is the paycheck cycle itself. When every penny of your income is already committed to bills, rent, food, and life, there's nothing left to invest. The cycle doesn't just take your money. It takes the opportunity to build anything beyond it. Breaking that cycle, even by a small amount, is what creates the space to start. Here's how to get started, simply, without overthinking it. Step 1, open a stocks and shares ISA. In the UK, you can invest up to £20,000 a year inside an ISA completely tax-free. That means your dividends and your growth aren't touched by the taxman. Most major providers let you open one in about 10 minutes. Vanguard, Hargreaves Lansdown, and Trading 212 are all popular options. Step 2, look for a dividend-focused fund rather than individual companies. A fund pulls money from thousands of investors and spreads it across hundreds of dividend-paying companies automatically. You get diversification without needing to research individual stocks. Something like a global equity income fund gives you exposure to dividend payers across the world with one simple investment. Step 3, start small and be consistent. Even £25 or £50 a month is a start. The amount matters less than the habit. Set up an automatic payment so it goes in the day you get paid before you've had a chance to spend it. Then leave it alone. That's it. 3 steps. None of them require a finance degree or a large lump sum or a perfect moment to begin. Here's what this is really about. Every dividend payment you receive is a tiny piece of income that exists independently of your job. It doesn't care if you had a bad week. It doesn't care if your boss is difficult or your commute is exhausting or you were just done with the whole thing for a while. It arrives anyway. Build enough of those tiny pieces over enough time and something shifts. Your job stops being the only thing standing between you and financial disaster. You have breathing room, options, the ability to make decisions based on what you actually want rather than what you can afford. That's what financial freedom actually looks like. Not yachts and early retirement necessarily, just the quiet confidence of knowing your money is working even when you aren't. The goal was never to work for money forever. The goal is to build money that works for you. Dividends are one of the simplest ways to start doing that. Not tomorrow. Not when you earn more or feel more ready or understand it better. Now, with whatever you have. Because every month you wait is a month your money isn't working. Start the account. Make the first investment. Let time do the rest. This is Break the Paycheck. And if nobody has ever shown you this stuff before, That's exactly why we're here. Subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from.